In every city, town, village, hamlet, there are people. People with lives.
Oh, let me show you this over here.
And today we meet a life like no other. Meet Alistair, Britain's oldest teenager.
Hi, I'm Alistair and I'm 18 years old.
We've been given special access to gain an insight into Alistair's life.
Fancy a biscuit?
If he has one at all.
Eh?
What happens in a typical week of Alistair?
Well, typically it starts on a Monday and, well, normally that consists of looking after the gardens, or if the weather's against me, then it's a little bit of knitting for me. Here's something I made earlier. It's like Blue Peter, this. This is a blanket. I made this for my future grandchildren.
So, you plan to start a family soon?
Hopefully, yes. Ideally, I'd want one boy and... No, that's it.
And how is the love life going?
Not great. I'm not very good at speaking to the females. Hi, I'm Alistair. It's nice to meet you. I brought you this rose. So, are we boyfriend and girlfriend now, or...?
Just friends.
Okay. Tuesday, I would walk into town to do my little shop, you know, get your bits and bobs.
Oh, he's such a lovely young man. We often see him around town on a Tuesday, don't we, Sandra? Oh, and honestly, that lad is a fountain of knowledge. All the stuff he comes out with, he loves going to garden centres. Little bit odd though, isn't it, for a lad of 18? He acts a little bit more like my Alf.
That's my ball, that is. Wednesday's normally another relaxed day for me, where I wash my sheets, socks and shirts, and whilst all that's on, I like to pop on a bit of Doc Martin. Now this is proper telly. None of this Love Island or Stranger Things. I've seen Stranger Things in my great uncle's house, and let me tell you, after seeing that, I don't think he's so great anymore. Thursday's big shop day, probably the most stressful day of the week for me. I typically set my alarm around 5:30. This is so I can do a practice session of the whole shopping experience, just so I can mentally prepare myself for the day. A bit expensive, put that back. Oh yes, that's much better, put that in there. Oh, it's busy in here this morning. Busy day. 10p? That's bloody expensive. I'm paying 10p for a carrier bag. I'll just manage. Cheers, love. You have a good day. Alright, bye. I typically go to M&S for my big shop, but according to Mrs. Taker, it's shut due to a fire. You should have seen my face. I was... Sorry! I got my eyes tested last week. They said I've got the eyesight of a 35-year-old. I am indeed, do I? Some people.
Since this recording, Alistair has gained 3 points and been placed into a driver rehabilitation course. He got his licence 4 weeks ago.
Fridays are normally a relaxed day, and this typically consists of a lie-in till 7:30. That is in the AM, not the PM, and then it's up and the TV's on. My Friday TV schedule starts off with 9 AM Lorraine. Hey, how does a French person say the rain? Lorraine, you can have that one. And then it's straight on to this morning at 10 AM.
Hello, good morning.
I can never get round why it's called This Morning when it finishes in the afternoon. I've always said it should be called Midday Mornings, that's what I think. Oh, Hugh Bonneville's on the sofa this morning.
Great that Julian Fellows said no, he's going to erupt with blood. Like a sort of Game of Thrones.
Then I have my soup, and then I channel hop over to BBC One to catch up on Homes Under the Hammer.
With the original banister, and as for the kitchen that time forgot, very nice indeed.
Ooh, why have they built that there? It looks hideous. Then it's time for Tipping Point, which, when you think about it, it's like a little warm-up before my final show of the night, The Chase.
The chase is on. Good luck, here comes your first question.
on Instagram who is the most followed non-sports
It's
person?
got to be King Charles. Kim Car who? Sometimes when I'm really bored, I like to sit at the top of my stairs and pretend I'm the chaser. Okay, so if you just stand at the bottom, a little bit more to the right. Okay, I'm going to offer you a whopping £60,000. Okay. Saturday is a day where I like to treat myself, typically by having a wander around the lovely Kendal. And another great thing about this castle is... Oi, you bloody rascals! Get back here!
This incident took place at 1400 hours on Tuesday the 5th December. No major injuries were caused, just some muddy trousers which came off in the wash the following day. Using top of the range AI technology, we are able to show you what these rascals look like. Please reach out if you know of their whereabouts. Thank you.
On a Sunday, it's a short trip on the 555 up to the lakes after a quick pit stop to pick up a Snickers, and then I get to absorb the beautiful scenic views of the Lake District. I used to come here as a kid. Funny story actually, we'd come here and skim stones, and once I hit a swan and, well, it tipped over into the water, and still to this day I wasn't sure whether it was a bad concussion or it died. Damn youths littering. Well, that goes against the point of littering, doesn't it? It's got his name on it. Bloody Greg.
So what is your opinion on the youths today? Are you a fan of them?
Where do I start? Drinking vast amounts of poison, doing illegal substances. Let me say that again. Illegal substances. And the amount of profanity coming out of their mouths nowadays. Potty mouths, the lot of them.
So does the idea of partying not appeal to you then?
Look, I don't need to, as they say, go on a sesh to have fun like the morons of today.
This is the beginning of everything. A man, a DJ in his natural habitat, about to mash it up.
The idea alone cringes me out. Bunch of people drinking alcohol out of people's bum cracks and doing lines of cocaine. No. My idea of fun is sitting in watching my Series 1 to Series 8 box sets of Doc Martin, and that does include the Christmas special, whilst eating dumplings and mince. The only lines you'll catch me doing are the lines in my crossword.
So in any of these days, do you catch up with any friends of yours?
Friends, let me tell you, the only friends I had turned against me, and I vowed from then on forth that I would not have any friends ever again. Mates. Who needs mates, eh, when you've got yourself? Mates.
Well, thank you for letting us in your life, Alistair. It's been very much appreciated.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Are you sure you don't want to stay for another cup of coffee?
Look, we've got to be off now, but thank you.
Oh, okay, then no problem. Hopefully we'll cross paths at some point in the future though, eh?
Yeah, maybe, you never know.
Well, it's been nice having some people around. Makes a difference listening to you guys rather than silence. Are you sure you don't want to stay for another cup of coffee?
Look, we've really got to be off now, but thanks for everything.
Right, okay. Well, hopefully we'll cross paths at some time in the future.
Maybe we will. Alright.
Okay, take care. Bye now. See you later.
Oh, I hope he's coming back.
You forgot your microphone.
Thanks.
Let me get this. There you go. Just take that.
Thanks.
Just take that through there.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thank you.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
No,
we're alright, yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See you.